Good evening, everybody. I am not, I am not Mary Catherine, but I'm a good friend of Mary Catherine's, and she's asked me to come on here tonight to chat with you guys a little bit. She's going through a little bit of a rough time right now, and she asked me to kind of come onto her page and have a live with you guys and chat a little bit. So we've probably never met before, but I've been in the comments with you guys for quite a long time and I am very happy to be here this evening. And the plan was to come on and talk a little bit about the workshop that me and MK are teaching on May 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. However, I think what's even more important than that, because she has given so much to everybody all the time. I mean, she is one of the most generous, loving, and kind people that I've ever met, to be honest. And I think most of us would agree with that. And because she's going through a bit of a rough time, I thought maybe before talking about the workshop that me and her are teaching together, maybe we could talk a little bit about her and how amazing she is and how kind hearted she is and how much she pours love into her work, into the world, to help and support all of us who've gone through things or who are figuring our lives out or what have you. So why don't we start off just by talking about our awesome friend MK and sending some good, loving thoughts to her in the comments. And I know that she'll wake up in the morning and she'll definitely be reading the comments. And I think a beautiful way for her to wake up because she's going through a tough spot would be to see a whole bunch of comments about how awesome we all think she is. And I think that would be nice. I know if I was going through a rough time, I really think that that's something that I think I would appreciate. So Laura says she is an amazing human. Florence says I agree with you. Dorothy says tell her we appreciate you are here and she needs to look after herself. Yeah, and you know what? I think she really is, and I think that the light that she spreads out into the world is so different than what most people do. I mean, she's so honest and kind hearted and incredibly generous as a person. She has that heart of gold that people, try to cultivate within themselves and their lives, and she nails it. I think that's pretty special. And I think that she has, yeah, just awesome. And her whole family's awesome. So I'm glad that we're all taking a moment to send her some love because she does really give a lot to the global community, really, if you think about it, and from the most genuine place you could possibly imagine. Jane says, "MK, you are my hero." See, that's beautiful. I think she's going to really appreciate that. I really think she will. Katrina says, "MK, you are a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day." Those are some very true words, Katrina. Absolutely beautiful. Robin says she definitely needs to know how special she is. Thank you for doing this. Love you, MK and Fly. Absolutely beautiful, guys. Oh, I'm so glad. Hey, Rhoda. I'm so glad that you guys are saying these kind words because I think it will give her the lift and the boost that she really needs and also deserves, right? Marcy says, "I so appreciate her acceptance of all." Me too. And like yeah, me too. She has been a huge, I can't even use the word ally, like whatever's beyond ally for the LGBT community. I mean, it's just amazing, right? And it is. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the course that me and her are teaching. And then maybe we'll do something a little bit different that you probably haven't seen done on this page before. Um, so the course that we're going to be teaching on May 10th, we're doing it together. It's all about discovering what your spiritual gift is because everybody is gifted in some way. And for background on me, just so you know where I'm coming from with this, is I'm an interfaith minister. I'm also on the woo-woo side of things, as MK would say. And in the woo-woo side, in this sense, is that I'm a medium. So I connect with people that have passed for people here on Earth. So I know that that's, probably different than what you're used to on this page. But the direction that we're coming at with this workshop is basically looking through the eyes of MK's deconstruction journey at the idea that everybody's connected to God. Everybody on the planet is connected. And Um, we're going to be talking a lot about that. And because we're all connected, we're all on some level communicating, either consciously or subconsciously, with God or the universe around us. And I think that this is going to be a very different class than anyone has ever really taught before, probably, to be honest, because she's this amazing Christian author who is on this amazing journey of faith. I'm an interfaith minister and a medium. And, by all standards, we probably, aren't thought to really be two people who would stand at one podium together and talk to people. But here we are, and we're having a great time doing it. And we taught that empathy course a few weeks ago, and it was just such a beautiful experience for us and for the people that had come. The feedback was excellent. Ruth says Matt is a medium that can talk to ghosts. That is correct. That is correct. I am a medium who can talk to ghosts. And you know what I believe, truly, as somebody who's been doing this since I was pretty much born, is that everybody is connected. I don't think that the idea of being gifted is necessarily a special thing. I think that everybody has been given one kind of gift or another. And, me and MK were talking the other day, and she brought up 1 Corinthians 12:4, which is saying there are many gifts, but the same Spirit. And if you continue to read through that chapter, it talks about all different kinds of gifts and abilities that people have. And when we think about what gifts really are, what spiritual gifts really are, it's all about helping the world around us. It's about bringing more love into the world around us, bringing more compassion into the world around us, and helping each other out. And I'm a firm believer that God loves us also through each other, right? So that we have a direct relationship with divinity. But I think that God also chooses to express his love through our experiences, through the people that we meet, through compassionate moments, through moments of kindness and generosity and charity and forgiveness and all of these things. And so because of that, we all are given both the ability, the talents, and the opportunities to make this world a better place. And this is really where I should have turned my ringer off on my phone. Give me one sec, guys. I'm sorry. I think that we, I think we're given the talent, the gifts, the opportunities to make our world a better place. And if you think about it, it's almost like, we're all kind of anchors for this beautiful, loving energy. Woo-woo world calls it energy. And so our course is really going to be teaching people that everyone has this capability. And not only that, but also how they can connect in with their abilities, how they can figure out what their own spiritual gift is, and then how to use it on purpose to make our world a better place, helping themselves, helping other people. I think it's incredibly important. I don't know if you guys have looked outside recently in the last couple of years, but it's a little tense. It's a little tense out in the world. And so, a lot of people are searching for higher meaning and, looking towards their own religious and spiritual path for understanding, for sure, but also for comfort, because the world has been very turbulent. And it has been very exhausting for people, and people are feeling incredibly tapped out. And so, I think in this spiritual exploration, whether they're doing it through religion or spirituality or a combination of both, I think people are seeking connection and they're seeking moments of calm. And if we think about what our spiritual path can bring us, on one hand, it brings us understanding, and truth. But on the other hand, it brings us comfort in the hardest moments that we go through in our lives. It brings us the not alone. And I think that is one of the most special gifts from God, or whatever you believe in. I'm interfaith, so it's whatever you believe in. I think that we're very blessed and very lucky to be able to have that kind of a connection. And I think what's beautiful, and here's a real world happening right now example of this, is that we all get called sometimes through our own heart to do goodness, right? To do good things. And if you look at the comments in this chat supporting our dear friend MK as she's going through this difficulty, that's a perfect example of how God loves us also through each other. And I just think that's beautiful. All right, it's beautiful. So our course on May 10th, we're going to be talking about the way that society, sometimes even religion, suppresses or oppresses people's natural gifts. We're going to be talking about the ideas that, when our inner heart, sometimes even our soul, calls us to something, but religion or spirituality or society says, maybe that's not a good idea. What do we do with that? We're going to be talking about the different kinds of spiritual gifts and abilities are out there in the world, and we're going to be talking about how you can work with it, how you can use it, not just for yourself but also for the world around you, and how embracing your own talents, your gifts, your own calling, essentially, uh, will actually enhance your spiritual path and connection, and to not be afraid of it, and how to strengthen it even. And I'll also be doing a demonstration of spiritual gifts at the end of that class. And so if you're up for it, I'm happy to give a small demonstration of a spiritual gift here tonight on this live. So I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm able to do for you. So I can do and answer questions. I can do prediction. I can do communication with people that have passed. I'm an evidential medium, which means that I can bring through information that I couldn't possibly know. Um, yeah. So if you're interested, you can ask questions in the chat. I'm happy to tune in and get an answer for you for a few people. And yeah, and then we'll see what happens after that. We'll see what happens after that. Um, Jenny says, we should be growing and building a community again. We need to be open to what people are feeling. Thank you for bringing us together in a loving way. Sending Mary Catherine Baxter in peace, prayers, and healing. Beautiful. And I'm all about building community, and I know obviously MK is majorly about building community, right? Ruth, yes, very similar to Tyler Henry. Very similar. We have the same job, just doing it in different places. Um, but yeah, I'm all about building community. In fact, I don't know about you guys, but I think kindness is the one thing that is going to help our world the most, and that love and acceptance is going to be something amazing. Cheryl, Vicola Peltier says, will I find a new safe home? Let's take a look. So, Cheryl, before I get into answering your question, as I'm connecting with you and your beautiful energy, I want to tell you just a little bit about some of the things that I'm perceiving around you as I'm tuning in. So I see colors around people, whether I'm in person with them or whether I'm just online talking to them. And they're in a chat like this, but I can see colors when I see somebody's name. And the first color that I was seeing around you was a lot of red. And red to me, like all colors, the meaning changes depending on the shade. But this is like two shades of red. So one is a very deep red, which to me represents anxiety. And this is showing up in the area of your energy field that has to do with empowerment and feeling strong within yourself. And because there's this sort of like anxiety color around that, to me, this is saying that you've been feeling a little bit on the disempowered side, and you've been feeling a little bit stuck, because this other thing with this color is it often represents stagnancy. So feeling like you're not moving forwards or backwards or sideways or what have you. The other thing that I can see is this other lighter shade of red, and this is around your heart. And this shade of red is empathic red. This is about being a sensitive person, about feeling and sensing the energy of the world around you. This is about being generally sensitive and compassionate. And so with these two colors of red, Cheryl, I can immediately say that the last 3 years for you have been a roller coaster, because when I'm looking at these colors, I'm looking to see how long they've been there for, and they're showing me 3 years of this roller coaster. They're saying, and when I say they, I just mean the wonderful spirit world around you. They're telling me to tell you that you are also in the process of healing emotionally, to do with disappointments, past relationships, difficult things that have happened, where, when we can have a difficult experience and there's no rhyme or reason for it, it's just horrible. So healing leftover things to do with that. Now, I know your question was about finding a new home. I do see that this is going to happen. I see the month of September for you very strongly with this. So at that time, At the latest, I feel like you will be in your new space. There's going to be an Angela that will step onto your path, who is alive on Earth with us, an Angela that will come into your path that I feel will be instrumental in you finding this new space. Okay. So this doesn't have to be somebody you already know, but it will be somebody who shows up to help you with this. I also want to talk a little bit for a moment. I can feel a male energy around you who's alive on Earth that is younger than you. So this could be a child. It could be another child that's connected to you, even if it's not your own. And I can see that this child is incredibly sensitive, and I can see that they've been having some behavioral issues and possibly some sleeping issues and feeling anxious and overwhelmed themselves. And I'm wanting to tell you that this is going to get better for them. So whoever this kid is that is in your life, this is going to get better for them. It's going to get better this year. I feel like they just feel things to the core very much like you do. And I feel like they're just learning to balance that out. And they will. And they will. So that's going to be good. That's going to be good. Wendy Tunnicliffe. So I'm just writing first names down so that I don't forget them when I'm talking. Wendy Tunnicliffe, what do you hear? What colors you see with me, please? So you actually have really amazing colors. As I'm connecting with your energy, I see a lot of vibrant blue around you. And blue is somebody who's a healer. That's somebody who brings healing to other people. That's somebody that is incredibly supportive, incredibly loving. The other thing that I can see with this is I can see that you are moving into a period of a lot of change. All of it is good change. They're saying that you've been in a period of reclaiming your personal power. So like disconnecting from the things that are draining for you, bringing your energy back to yourself. And they're talking a little bit about, I'm not sure if you've been having like either leg pain or some like lower back or hip pain or something like that, but I'm getting a little bit of like a feeling of slower movement physically. This is going to get better for you. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, but I see this is going to get better for you throughout this year. And then in January of next year, I see that you're going to be feeling like a million times better. They're also showing me that with this healing capability and this period of reclaiming that you're in, they are saying that you can use this healing for yourself as well, Wendy. They're showing me like if you take downtime, you really focus on deep breathing and things like that. Whatever you feel will help you, it will be good for you. They're saying that you've been run off your feet for way too long, like way too long. I can also feel a female spirit around you. So this is somebody that is passed on. She's coming in as older than you. So this could be a mother or a grandmother energy. And the way that she's coming forward for you, she's coming in from your mom's side of the family. I can immediately feel that she had issues in her heart or lung area at her time of passing because I can't take a deep breath, which is usually breathing issues. I don't feel like this is a recent passing. I feel like this is somebody who passed away quite a while ago. I can also feel that her personality was a very loving one. I can feel that she was incredibly kind-hearted, but I also don't think she had a particularly easy life. And the reason I'm saying that is I can feel a heaviness in her emotional heart when she was here on Earth with us. She wants you to know that she's let go of this, that she's been healed of the difficult emotion that she carried with her now that she's on the other side. I can also feel like she lost a child herself on Earth because I can feel a baby with her in spirit. So this could be a child that was born, or it could be one that passed in utero, but I see a child with her on the other side. And I very much feel that they're in a very good place. Her message for you is one of love. She's wanting you to know that she will continue to watch over you, continue to work with you from the other side. And she's saying that one of the biggest things she's happy about is that you're finally slowly, but finally starting to put yourself first a little bit more. And you're working on boundaries, and she's really happy with that. So that was for you, Wendy. You can let us know if that hits for you. Lori says, I'm always in horrific pain from neuropathy. It is severe. Do you see it getting any better for me? Let's see. Lori, I just want to start off by saying you have some of the most amazing energy. Like you really do. I can tell immediately when I'm stepping towards your energy field that you're so unbelievably caring for the people around you. I can feel immediately that you have not had it easy outside of just your question. I'm going to write your name down before I forget. I have a terrible memory of a fruit fly. I can tell that there's been a lot of hardship outside of the question that you're asking about your pain. You're welcome, Wendy. I can also tell you that that these challenges that you have started at a very, very young age. Like the emotional challenges, the emotional difficulties started at a very young age. They're actually showing me at 7 years old, you had to become an adult. And you had to be focused on taking care of everybody else. And that this has been a very challenging thing for you, and that you have kind of inadvertently become somebody who really feels guilty when you can't immediately drop everything and solve everybody's problems. And I feel like this has been very challenging for you. They're saying 7 years ago, 5 to 7 years ago, life started to fall apart a little bit, but they're also saying that you're in the process of rebuilding it. So even though things are really hard right now, and don't worry, I will answer your pain question. Even though things are still really hard right now, they're wanting you to know that the challenges that you're facing are not things that you have to start to get through. You are already getting through it. In fact, you are further to the top of this mountain than what you could possibly realize at this time. They're wanting you to be kind to yourself and go a little bit easier on yourself. And I hope I remember that for myself later, because I think all of us at this time in the history of our world are probably feeling that way. Now, in terms of your physical pain, your neuropathy that you're experiencing, this is going to get better. I see solutions coming for you. When I'm asking when these solutions are going to show up, it's going to show up in 3 parts. So one is not far from now. In fact, it looks like June. I could go around between the 26th and 28th of June of this year. Some insider information is going to come your way. And this could be through a healthcare provider. It could be through you directly, but I see insight coming that will be helpful. Then when I go into September, towards the end of September or beginning of October, I see you in front of a doctor. This doctor feels like somebody that will be incredibly helpful for you. I think this will be somebody that you will know but not have seen a whole bunch of times. And then the real big shift I see is at the turn of the year. So December turning into January. At that time, I see you in front of somebody. I can see that they have slightly olive skin. I can see that they have very dark hair. I can see that it's a male. He's kind of on the short side. I can see that he will be somebody that you're referred to for assistance or medical help to do with your question, to do with your neuropathy. And he is brilliant, and he's incredibly smart, and he has solutions, and they will be solutions that are totally doable for you. And at that time, that is when I see immense progress. So I think it will get better between now and then. But at that time, that's the real life-changing moment where everything gets a million times better. And I see that being really good. I also want to say that I hope that you will allow emotions to process out as they come up for you. I feel like this has been an emotional period for you. I feel like this is going to continue for a little bit longer. But remember, when emotions surface, it's an opportunity for us to release them. So be kind with yourself, Lori. You're very welcome. She says, thank you so much. You're very welcome. Be kind with yourself, please. And just know that you're very safe. You're very loved. You're very protected. And I do see that this isn't going to be something you have to carry with you forever. Okay? It's going to be okay. Michelle Stoll Collier, hoping you can share something you see with me. I have several things going on and I feel a little anxious. So Michelle, the first thing I want to do when I'm stepping into your energy field, you've got so much purple around you in your aura, and purple is like a very psychic color. That's somebody who's pretty switched on, pretty intuitive. And I get the feeling that even though you've got a lot of stuff going on, you're actually handling it, you're juggling it very well. They're talking about a man who's alive that's connected to you, that has been kind of going through a major period of stress, maybe even be getting stress headaches or something like that. I can also feel that he's kind of shutting down a little bit. I see him kind of pulling back into himself, coming into kind of a bit of a hermit cave. And I get the feeling that this is something that he does need to sort of take some time out to breathe himself. So whoever that person is, maybe you could give him that encouragement. Now, in terms of things that you're juggling, I see all of it working out. 75% of the challenges that you have will be gone or dealt with or completed by the end of August. So even though that's not like tomorrow, it's not as soon as I want it to be for you. I very much feel that this is going to, I feel like this is going to absolutely get better. And as I said, the bulk of it will be better by that time. All right. So hang in there. It's going to be okay. Oh, Laurel, I'm loving your comment. I didn't read it all yet, but it says, I'm in the process of reinventing my identity, leaving this, hang on, it scrolled on us. Leaving behind the weight of abuse from alcoholic parents, this identity shift involves even changing to a derivative of my middle name. I'm struggling to reset my thermostat to one of abundance and deserving. Any insights would be welcome. I just love what you're doing, Laurel, because what I read in that, and I mean read was in with my eyes, not my eye. What I read from that is you are in a major process of reclaiming yourself. I mean, that's a big deal. And reinventing your identity, that's huge. And it sounds to me like maybe you're becoming yourself rather than reinventing yourself. I mean, I don't want to change your words. And ultimately, you know you better than anybody else, certainly better than me. But it sounds like you're actually allowing yourself to be your truest self. And that is beautiful. And I think you should be incredibly proud of that. Now, that said, I can see this year for you is going to actually be a good one. So even though what you're going through is coming from or coming out of a place of really intense hardship, I also can feel that it is moving you into a period of really amazing abundance and joy. So I know you were saying you're having difficulty with resetting your thermostat. Follow what is bringing you happiness. Follow your spark, because like it's almost like you're already on the path of resetting this thermostat. I don't think you have to do anything to change it. This will happen on your current path. But I get the very strong feeling that the way to do that is just to really follow what gets you excited about life. And in this process, it's going to bring you what you're looking for. Okay? It's going to be good. Well, guys, this has been a really fun time. I've really enjoyed my time with you here this evening. And thank you for being here with me, for chatting with me. Again, if you're interested in finding out what your spiritual gifts are, what your spiritual talents are, definitely think about coming to our course. And again, that it is on May 10th in the evening. And it will be with me and MK. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be, it's going to be awesome. Going to be a lot of fun, very informative and very interactive. And, you know, when we taught our last class together, we loved all the questions we got from people. We loved the conversations that developed from it. And the other beautiful thing about the way that we teach these classes is that you guys also get to meet each other and you get to hang out online with some cool people. So definitely check it out, mkbackstrom.com. You can go to the event section and you will see our course there. And I know that we would love to have you. And guys, please keep MK in your prayers, send good thoughts. You get a chance, if you're watching the replay of this video, maybe leave some comments about how amazing we all think she is, because we really do. And remember that you are loved by God, by the universe, by whatever it is that you connect with. And I'll leave you guys with that. I'll say God bless each and every one of you. I hope you have a beautiful and amazing night. Please remember that you're never alone and you're always watched over and guided through whatever it is that you happen to be going through. All right, I hope you have a beautiful night, and I will see you guys soon, and hopefully I'll see a bunch of you at the class. So I'll leave you guys with that. Much love. I have a hard time getting off of live videos. Even when I'm on my page doing live videos, I've got a hard time with it. It's like the you hang up first. No, you hang up first kind of thing. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a good night. God bless. Take care.